Still updating your databases one at a time? What if you could upgrade your entire SQL Server with just one click? Hey folks, I'm Forge Barrett, master of the Content Forge here at SchemaSmith, and today we're talking about how templates can simplify and streamline your deployments. While other tools force you to manually run updates against each database individually, SchemaQuench automatically detects and updates all of your databases in a single run. Define once, deploy everywhere. No repetition, nothing missed. How does SchemaQuench accomplish this? It starts with templates, precision-crafted forms that guide your metadata into its final shape, ensuring each database is hardened consistently. Each template includes 3 essential elements that guarantee reliable, repeatable results. Name clearly marks each template, defining exactly which form you're applying, bringing clarity and structure to your Forge. DatabaseIdentificationScript finds every database that matches your template, ensuring each piece of metal is correctly identified and ready for quenching. VersionStampScript, your personal hallmark, stamping each database with its exact version, so there's never confusion about which template was last used. Together, these template properties ensure every database is quenched to perfection, strong, reliable, and ready for production. I've prepared the molds and stoked the fire. Let's heat things up and get these databases quenched. If you haven't seen our video about the product JSON file yet, I highly recommend it because this video builds on that. Here's a quick refresher from last time. Remember, the product is the entry point of the update. The validation script is how SchemaQuench determines that the server should be quenched. Right now we are continuing the example, but in a different folder. Notice the script token client DB has a value of client1 and will require that database to exist in order for it to be a valid server. One last thing, template order is referring to a template with the name client. Let's look at the template file. This is the name that template order was referring to. Let's look at the database identification script. This is a SQL statement that must return a result set containing the names of the databases that match this template's definition. For every database name returned by the script, those will be the databases targeted for update. Right now, we're just returning one row for client 1. Let's change that so we update any database that is named like client. Now let's run SchemaQuench. We should expect to see both client 1 and client 2 updated this time, and it worked. Let's clean up that validation script so that if any client databases are on the server, we will update them. Since we're using the script token, let's make it be like a client. And then we can refer to that script token in our template file, keeping the code dir. Let's rerun quench. And it still works. Good deal. Let's add another template and see how we could update the entire server in one go. While we're at it, we'll touch on a common software as a service database pattern. I have created another product named SaaS product. We'll be updating 3 databases in this package via 2 template definitions. From the template order, we can see that we'll be updating the registry template first, then the client one. Let's look at the registry template. This one's similar to our first example with client 1. We will target a database named registry. This database contains a table that describes the client databases. Here we'll list each client database and whether it's enabled or not. We're preceding the data for this example by using an after migration script. Since this file name has always in brackets at the end, this migration script will run with every execution. Always scripts should always be idempotent. We have added client 1 and client 2 as enabled clients. Now let's look at how we target clients in the template. Notice the database identification script is selecting the databases from the table. Now we have deferred what defines a client to be table-driven. Also, you can see that we're using the Registry DB-Script token again here in the client's template so that we can use the variable and keep our code dry and not have that hard-coded in our script. Let's run it and see what happens. And all 3 databases were updated. The database identification script lets you decide how to make Quench work in your environment. If you have 5 types of databases per server in your environment, simply define 5 templates properly targeting them according to your domain logic, and SchemaQuench will take it from there. Some products require stamping the database version for each migration. Templates offer an easy way to do this using the VersionStampScript property. In this example, we define a basic key value table named product version. Currently, there's no value in Client 1's or Client 2's version of that table. Let's see how we can define the version stamp. We do a protected insert so that we can rerun this. We're going to insert where the product name is, the system-generated script token named product name. The template name has the same system-generated script token. We'll define a new script token named migration version, and we'll use that to do our stamping. Remember, these values can be changed from the command line when you run Quench. Now by doing that, we have just stamped our version. Let's run it again. Let's simulate having a second version. And we can see we got both versions by using the VersionStampScript property. You can easily implement database version stamping without cluttering your process with a lot of code. Templates are your molds. Once shaped, they deliver consistent results every time. With a well-crafted template, SchemaQuench doesn't just apply changes, it applies the right changes to the right databases automatically. No guesswork, no missed edges. From the first strike to the final quench, your deployments stay clean, controlled, and production ready. That's how you shape once and scale with confidence. Subscribe and stick around. Next time we'll forge deeper into an example of the Schema-Smith workflow. Until then, may your templates stay true and your databases unbreakable.